3DO.
Hello, and welcome back to another pre-recorded episode of Might and Magic 7 for Blood and Honor. Now I'm going to skip this opening bit of it. We've seen it before. And we will return to the team Exploding Laserbeams. Now, whoops. Gotta remember, this isn't a WASD game. It actually still uses the arrow keys. It's that old. Though, buttons around WASD are actually hotkeys for, you know, like attacking and whatnot. I guess they expected you to move with your right and function with your left. But you need your mouse too. Ugh, I don't know. Anyway, last we left off, we were trying to get this well to work, and I think I actually remember how this well works. But I do believe you actually have to be bare of money, so I'm just going to start buying stuff. Buying memberships to the magic guilds and stuff. Gonna need to do that anyway at some point. I've kind of buggered myself a little because I picked up all that money from the dragonflies earlier. The ones that were fighting on that island, or we were fighting like up over that way. So I'm trying to just find enough things to buy to run out of money. Yeah, shopkeeper's ripping me off, I don't care. Just buy a bunch of potion ingredients, and down to 4 gold, that's fine. That 200 gold you start with doesn't really do much. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, we are now broke.
Come again.
Normally not a good situation, but hopefully this magical well rectifies that. It's not a lot of money, it's like 1,000, 2,000 or something like that. But it does let you get yourself started. It lets you get some more skills, it lets you get like some early level ups. If it worked. It did not. Bugger.
I did it again.
And her voice is the bitch voice. Great. We're off to a fantastic start with this series. Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. So, first quest is to win this scavenger hunt and get yourself a castle. Now, a couple of the items you get are things you can literally use yourself, but a couple of them are just like generic quest items. Or, well, not generic, but you know what I mean, like things that aren't immediately useful to an adventurer. Now, one of the things you have to get is
His Grace, Lord Markham, Duke of the Western Lowland.
You have to get a red potion. What took you so long? Almost every group has turned in a red potion by now. This is the easiest item in the hunt to manage, but better late than never. I will mark it off your list. And I believe you had a quest for me as well. Here we go, yep. Keep in mind I have 1,000 gold reward for the group to bring back information on the contestants that have disappeared. Now, since I'm not getting any money out of that well, I might as well go get that money, because I know where that is very quickly. Healer's tent. Now, I think... Well, I don't have any money, but I think the people get shuffled if I reload the game. Like all the random NPCs that you can hire. Yeah, there wasn't a locksmith here last time. No, he's a quest NPC, that's different. There's some people that just aren't anything. Squire. Gypsy. Armorer. Gypsy sounds good on paper, but what they don't tell you is the Gypsy takes 20% of the gold you find. Because, like, well, they all take a percentage of the gold you find as their pay, basically. But you, actually I'm going to put... So I can, on my map, I actually get a little radar. But the Gypsy doesn't tell you up front that, neither does the burglar, obviously, doesn't tell you up front that they take a big chunk of your money. They give you some awesome benefits, though. So, you know, you might actually be considering it worth it, but, you know, they're dishonest thieving sorts. Not to say that all Gypsies are, but the ones in this universe are. They are douchebags. Okay, so. The Dragon's Lair. Yes, there is a dragon on this island. Thankfully, all I need to do is run in here and grab that and get the hell out. I am going to kill that dragon later, but I'm so not ready for it yet. And it's not even a case of like coming back when I'm like massively leveled and destroying it. No, no, no. I'm going to kill that dragon before I even leave this island, because you actually cannot come back here. This is a tutorial zone that is like locked away forever once you leave. So, you know, you kind of want to exploit it as much as you can before you go. Because, you know, they kind of expect you to. Okay, well, contestant shield, I should go back in here and turn that in, shouldn't I? Get the money.
His Grace, Lord Markham,
Bam.
Duke of the Western Lowland.
There really is a dragon on the island? I thought everyone was referring to the dragonflies everywhere. I'll warn everyone to stay away from that cave so we don't lose anyone else. Good enough. Gotta move my microphone a little bit away from my face. Hopefully I'm not drowning you with my creepy heavy breathing. Quartermaster. Now you have a piece of you, because one of the things you need to get is a loot, and this Mrs. Being a bard obviously has one. There's obviously a few ways you can get it. You can just murder her outright and take it. You can steal it from her, which I might actually try. This is like the one instance I found stealing to be relatively useful. How do I do it, though? I actually don't remember. Guys, how do I thief? Always run, look up, auto notes. Combat, ready, attack, trigger. I think it's just hold shift when you're clicking on something. If she can stand still for half a second. There we go. And steal? Steal? Steal?
Greetings.
No, that's just talking to her. Ding failed to steal anything. Okay, so it's hold Catarl. I'm going to load. I'm going to cheese this a little bit. You'll have to forgive me. I want to get this loot for free, because otherwise it's 500 gold. Hey, alright. Excellent. Won't even know it's missing. But yeah, you can just full-on pinch things from people in this with stealing. The thing is, though, like, none of the NPCs have a lot of stuff, and you get the stuff from the monsters when you kill them anyway, so it's like, why
His
bother?
Grace, Lord Markham,
No,
Duke
not you.
of the Western Lowlands.
You're the one who has... Bam. Do I have enough for a level at all? I do. I have enough for level 2 and almost enough for level 3. Yeah, you kind of get your first couple of levels really quick. I mean, it's true of most games of this sort. To get you the first couple of levels quick so that, you know, you start weak as a kitten, but you eventually get, you know, you do the whole leveling thing and get better. But, like, they give you a couple to give you some definition under your belt. No, you're just flavor. Now, I got anything wrong with flavor, but I've tasted this game many a time, and I know the flavor like the back of my hand. Although it's kind of funny. In this game, the flavor, like the lore and whatnot, is actually incorrect compared to the Heroes game, and vice versa. It was actually a sticking point at the time of this game's release and Heroes 3's release. Because there were a couple of big glaring continuity errors between the two games. Are you the one who teaches merchant? No. I need to get the cleric some merchant skill, so I'm not getting ripped off. That's like negative compound interest.
Do you need healing?
No, but I do need the merchant skill. Bazing. Okay.
Go in peace.
So she starts giving, I don't know how much it is per point, but you start getting a discount toward things. Actually, I can check. Since I've only got 1 point, I can go to a store.
See anything you want?
216 gold on an item that's normally 150, so that's like a... I want to say that's like a... Let's just say a 50% markup, right? She's got it down to 198, so that's like... That's almost a 5%, like, cut in the cost? That's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, it's certainly worth it. Ooh, excuse me. Again, I'm drinking those unspecified carbonated beverages when I shouldn't before doing these recordings, but I love them. I love my unspecified carbonated beverage. Now, this gentleman gives you a quest. Or not, doesn't give you a quest, he gives you a wand. A wand of fireballs, actually, a very powerful wand for this early in the game. Now, the big problem is, it's like a mafia favor. You take this wand, they expect something from you later, and if you don't pay up, when you own the town that you get from winning this quest later, they send a bunch of people to attack it if you don't pay them up or do whatever their quest is. So what I normally do is I get a bunch of dragonflies in town and have them murder him. So I can just loot it from his dead body. Yeah, I kind of exploit the hell out of this game.
Hello.
Oh, I was incorrect. The gypsy does not... Oh, right, the gypsy is the one that causes your reputation to drop. Okay, yes, because the gypsy... Well, you know, people don't trust gypsies. So, my radar running here. You know, people don't trust them, so if you're traveling with one, they're like, ew, what kind of company are you keeping? Right? Same thing with, like, the pirate or the burglar NPCs you can get. Now, as you can see, the little red dots are swarming the green dots. There's one guard there. He'll probably kill a bunch of them before he gets killed himself. Yeah, you see, he's already taken a few out. The peasants are getting murdered. Oh. What hit me? I don't even see what hit me. It's like wandering damage hits you. Might have to bring another squad in, actually. Oh, actually, I'll get this one. You can just kind of click on things to kill them if you're in free mode. Oh. Oh, there's another one near me. It's been a little bit since I played this, so I'm a little out of practice. Just loot all the dead bodies. Loot all the dead bodies. This guy's like half dead, or a little more than half dead, so bring another wave in and he should be killed. And then clearing out a big bunch of these too, because a whole lot of your quest objectives are in that little hut they're guarding. Like there's a whole bunch of potion mats, I think there's a longbow in there. You know, one of the things you need. You know, just a bunch of stuff like random quest items. Seashells, I think, is one of the things you need to get. Just kind of squeeze a few hit points healing in. Kind of don't want anyone to drop when you're doing stuff like this. One, because it's embarrassing. But two, because you don't get experience if you're unconscious or dead. I mean, which makes sense. You're not experiencing what's happening, so why would you get experience points for it? But, you know, video game logic. Man, you're tough. Glad you're on my side. But you're also kind of in the way of my plan here. I'll get you. Now, this is one of the few areas in the game where you can, like, traditionally grind. In the JRPG sense of it. Because normally things take like a game year to respawn. Instead of... Ow, jeez, they're all shooting fireballs at me. Ow. Yeah, I hear you, girls, but don't worry. Okay, we should be fine. Not too worried about running out of points to do stuff anyway, or like spell points in particular, because I have, near the healer's tent you saw a pair of wells, and the pair of wells are a health restore and a spell point restore, respectively. Oh, oh. That's a fire one. I'm gonna start murdering you a little bit. There we go. Is the guard dead? Yes. Is Mr. Malwick dead? Yes. Okay. Let's get these ones before they start murdering the rest of the town. And then get our ill-gotten reward. Actually, at this point with the Day of the Gods buff, I'm probably doing more damage with melee than any spell. Even with the sorcerer. Yeah. Everyone's doing like double-digit damage already. There we go. Okay. Bam. Get the wand. Bunch of gold from you. Bunch of gold from these. Alright, let's go get juiced up. Check my time here. Get juiced up and deal with those dragonflies. Because those things are starting to piss me off. Whoops. But anyway, like I was saying, the brain left skull. Okay. Well, like I was saying, this is one of the few areas in the game where you can traditionally JRPG style grind, because the dragonflies respawn every day instead of taking a year to respawn, like most areas do. I find you don't need to though, but if you really want to, you can like get like the couple of last points you need for a level or something before you leave, because you can only get to like level 5 on this island anyway. Because the way this game works is once you have enough experience points, you have to actually go to a trainer, one of these buildings, and spend money to get your actually buy your level up. You don't just get it automatically. So, you know, you'd have to go to a trainer and get it anyway. And the trainers have level caps on how far they can teach you, because it's how, you know, skilled they are. You know, the further in the game you are, the further, like, harder areas you're in, the more effective the trainers are. I don't think I've never hit, like, the absolute level cap in this. Mostly because you really don't need to beat the game. I remember my dad, God rest his soul, hit the level cap in Might Magic 6, which was like 200 something, like something really stupid. And he just had like maxed out characters in like everything. Because there's actually a glitch in Might Magic 6 to teach people skills that their class normally can't learn. So he had everyone in like plate armor with like really badass weapons, and yeah, he just kind of steamrolled the game. It was funny. Ugh. A lot of dragonflies. Okay, at this point, start swinging. Yeah, they are dropping like flies. You know, not... Pardon the pun, but... I'm glad these guys aren't like the ones that are in the Heroes games, even though they are using almost the same model. Because those things actually kind of hurt.
Ow.
Plus, they can take off all your buffs when they hit you, and I mean, I'm not running... Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, shoot, that would be really bad, because I would lose the Day of the Gods buff. Oh, grab all the money. And losing the Day of the Gods buff right now would mean I basically fall over dead, probably. Okay, so we have found loot. Bunch of stuff. Better spear for the archer, better dagger for the thief. That's the same mace I'm already using. Components for the alchemy. Now the alchemy in this is pretty simple. Basic concept of it being, it's colors. Yeah, like you'll notice the potions all have different colors. Like it's a red potion, there was blue potion ingredients, yellow potion ingredients, and like you start with the base, you start with the primary colors, you know, those ones, the 3 of them, and you can start mixing them to make the different colors, like the different base colors, like purple, orange, and whatnot, and they have different effects. And then eventually you start mixing them into making what they call layered potions, which actually have 2 colors in them, but do something completely different than the 2 colors that are in them. And then after that you have white potions, which are just amazing effects, and then you have the black potions, which you can only make with a druid, so I won't be able to make them in this playthrough, unfortunately. I might find a few, though. And, because some of the really high-level alchemy merchants do just outright sell them, which is amazing. But, did I get everything? I think I got everything. Yeah, I got everything. Okay, so... What was I talking about? Oh yeah, alchemy. The black potions are actually unique in that a lot of them, like, they are where you find the permanent stat increase potions. Now, you can only ever use 1 for each stat, but you get, like, I want to say, like, 20-some-odd points in every stat. I've done it on a light, like, path playthrough. I had an Arc Druid, which is, like, their best good guy path. I don't think this is trapped, but okay, we're good. I'm gonna give that to the sorcerer. It's not gonna do a whole lot because it's like 2 armor class, but if anyone's gonna drop first, it's the sorceress. So give her the best chance of survival. What was I saying? Oh yeah, again the alchemy. Yeah, so the druid's the only one that can make the black potions, and the black potions can give you permanent stat ups, and you know, having your baseline be like 30 for a stat instead of 10 or something, that's pretty good. And plus there's also, very important for a light side party, there is a potion that removes temporary aging effects, because your characters actually age in this game. Now, obviously you have to be playing for a damn long time for naturally for them to reach like middle age or whatever. But you actually do start losing stats as you age. The mental stats go up though, but the physical stats go down, because I mean it makes sense. Your body starts decaying, but you become wiser. And temporary aging does this as well. And one of the best spells of the Light School, Divine Intervention, actually that is the best spell of their school, is like full party heal, remove all status problems, restore all spell points, which is kind of stupid, because it even restores the spell points to the person who cast it, so you can technically cast it forever, except for 2 reasons. You can't. 1, it has a 3 times per caster per day limit just built into it, and it gives the caster 10 permanent 10 temporary age. Now there's a potion. There's a black potion called a rejuvenation
Lord
potion,
Markham, Duke of the Western Lowlands.
that removes temporary age. So naturally, I've had, I believe it was my sorceress in that party who had the light magic, because I figured the cleric had enough healing already. Might as well give it to the sorceress. So she had the divine intervention spell, so she had a lot of rejuvenation potions in her inventory. Let's put it that way. Beautiful shell, much like the ones that Sally sells. This certainly came from Emerald Isle. I shall mark the shell off your list. Sorry, but nothing I have in this story. Okay. So what do I have left to get? Wealthy hat, floor tile, longbow. Wealthy hat. Actually, I can get that in the dungeon too, where you got to get the floor tile, because that's the only way to get the floor tile. And the dragon's lair has a longbow, I'm pretty damn sure. Because there's a couple of good things in there. Because they want you to risk going in there to get barbecued by the dragon. Okay, well, start putting some stuff to sell in here. Now you'll notice that became green when I picked it up, because I don't actually know what it is.
Listen, I don't know.
You know?
Listen, I don't know.
No idea. So, I know it's a wand of fireballs just from player knowledge, but like if it was armor, I wouldn't know what if any stat effects it had. Now I know what it is because it's a wand. So but like you can actually just use unidentified stuff if you want to just gamble with it, or even just try to figure out what it is. Like it's like you pick up a wand, you don't know what it is. You can literally just fire it once and see what comes out, and then you'll know what it is. Man, that could be taken wildly out of context. Okay, I do need disarm trap, and I believe. Yes, you learn the thievy type stuff in the taverns, which makes sense. There used to be a thieves guild in Might and Magic 6, but I just got rid of it in this one. Start getting like. I want to see something here. I think Archer can max out. Yes, Archer can max out Perception. So, like I said, Perception gives you a chance of getting additional loot when you pick up stuff like this campfire. You can see I got that ring. If I didn't have Perception, or if I had one of my other characters selected, I wouldn't have gotten it. So I wouldn't have been able to get that extra ring and either make a bunch of extra money or, I think we'll get a trader.
Hello.
You look like a trustworthy fellow, friggin' Bing the Merciless over there. Sometimes people have trouble bargaining in their own behalf. I'd be happy to give you advice to better the prices you receive while bargaining with merchants. All I ask is 100 gold to start, and a percent of all gold we find. Yeah, that's fine. So, all of my characters effectively now have +4 merchant. What's the one that gives +8 then? Is that the gypsy? No, the gypsy gives 3. Someone gives 8, but it gives you it at like a penalty or something. I don't know. The first island isn't going to give you all the good stuff right away. Actually, alchemist or locksmith, are you disarm trap? 6-point bonus to disarm trap for all characters. I'm going to take you for now. Don't get comfortable. you might not be sticking around, but I might need you for now. No, I can't afford any spells. Can't really afford anything really super awesome. So I'm just going to. Oh, I'm out of well. That's unfortunate. I'm going to just regenerate here, and once Laser gets all of her actions in a line here, I'm just going to regenerate and go to the first dungeon. See as far as I can get anyway, because, got to keep a track of my time here. 10 minutes. I don't know, I might be able to get somewhere in there. At least get to a dramatic cliffhanger moment. Oh, there's a body down there I didn't loot. Yeah, bodies are yellow, friendlies are green, hostiles are red. Kind of simple. Bam. Followers take 1, yeah. Thing is, if you're getting so little gold that it isn't, like, their share of it isn't even a whole number, you only lose 1 out of it. So, it's pretty good. There's no reason to not, have a pair of NPC followers with you. Oh, must not have made the perception check. Yeah, he could have given me the wealthy hat, but there's a way to get the wealthy hat in here that does not require dealing with him. Not that it's a bad thing. I mean, he's literally just talk to him, trade a potion. Because, like, they don't know how to make a red potion somehow.
Ew. What's that smell?
I don't think you want to know, honey. I don't think you want to know. Oh, and because I have perception, I can see that that's a secret doodad. Hello, bats. Get smashed. Yeah, I need to get bow skill for the other characters, too. Not that they're going to be using it super long term, but... Oh, someone behind me. But it will be useful. Damn. Perception check on bodies that don't drop gold sometimes give you stuff.
I can't identify that.
I don't know what it is yet, so... Just put it on you, just for the storage.
I can't identify that.
I don't think I can identify anything, actually, because I don't have anyone with the skill. No, I don't. I gotta either buy, identify, or just use the item as it is. Oh. Hello.
Let's look for a more interesting fight.
Get smashed. There's a couple behind me, yeah.
Ow.
Ow. Yeah, the Day of the Gods thing you find really makes the opening area fast, and I think they put that in there on purpose. Well, I mean, obviously they put it down on purpose, but, I mean, that'd be a hell of an accident. But I think they put it in there for players who have played the game before. Ooh, that's definitely better than what I'm using on the cleric. They definitely put it in there for returning players, so that, you know, you don't have to slog through the opening zone with pathetic, weak characters and whatnot, just to get to the good part of the game again, where you're off the rails. You know, because this area is for new people to just learn the game. But I mean, if you already know the game, this whole sequence is a little bit of a bugbear. Loads of spiders. Ow. Ow. Ow.
Too easy.
Oh geez, she's getting the shit kicked out of her. Now, as you can see, while I'm running through my turns here, the characters have the little gem around their portrait. This is the color determines how much danger you're in. If it's green, there's nothing around you. Yellow, something has like aggroed you but isn't like in your face. And red is obviously you have stuff in melee range. You should be dealing with that. Now with and you also notice that after my characters act, the gem is like gone. This indicates that they've spent up their turn and they need to spend a little bit of time to recover. Now you might have noticed while I was switching to healing the thief that she did an action but her turn didn't get spent up. Definitely a case of her, you know, she's doing a dagger in melee, very fast weapon. Actually, I think it tells you. Yeah, recovery time 52. Recovery time 72. Recovery time 72. Recovery time 92. So, yeah, the thief is the fastest. The thief is the fastest on the draw in melee. Actually, I forgot to mention in the previous episode. I got talking about the scholar, but then I went on a compound interest rant. But I forgot to mention with the scholar, one of the things that the scholar does is gives you unlimited item identification. You don't need to buy the skill at all, and like I will have a scholar for the whole game. Like I could find one on this island, and they go on the whole adventure with me because I love that feature, right? Why'd that shot go wide? Ugh. I don't know what's up with the poison shots today. They're not going where I want them to. Do I have the fire bolt? Yes, I do. It's like the one you start with.
Yes.
Doesn't do as much damage, but it actually goes where it's supposed to go. So technically, yes, it does more damage because it doesn't miss. You know, you can do all the damage in the world with a spell, but if you never damn connect with it, it doesn't do anything for you. Yeah.
But I need it fixed.
Oh God. Beams, you're gonna be a problem, aren't you? Oh. Now, I actually could not turn-base that and just fire at them, but if it's turn-based, everything kind of, like, slow crawls towards you, so it's easier to hit them with ranged attacks. But, I mean, if you're just doing, like running around and arrowing things to death, you can probably just do it in open-base mode. But, I mean, with spellcasting a lot, I often go to turn-based mode to, you know, target accurately. That's a lot of vermin.
Too easy.
That is a lot of vermin. Yeah, I think at this point it's just best to let them actually get to melee range so we can just beat the snot out of them with our artificially inflated stats. Kind of sucks about fighting all these things other than the experience is that they're not going to drop a damn thing. I'm calling it here.
Ow.
Because even with the perception check to find something on their bodies, they don't usually drop anything terribly useful. I mean, they'll drop rings, which I can sell, but, like, at this point, selling them is almost not worth it. Just because the merchants are ripping me off so much still.
Ow.
Apologies for a bit of nose clearing
Hurt a little.
into the microphone, but, you know, it happens. Okay. Have ding. Start looting. See? Not a damn thing. Oh yeah, Day of the Gods is still running pretty good. We've only been on this adventure for, what, 7 hours? Yeah. A little bit of an obstacle course there. Not serious. Hit the door. Okay, not this way yet. Go the other way first. There's a dude in here being a bit unscrupulous about the contest and is basically offing people to get the items instead of actually, you know, instead of actually finding them himself, because, you know, he's lazy and evil. Yeah, Sal Sharktooth. You never get a guy with a name like that who's nice. I'm gonna save, because this guy actually does hit kind of hard, even with the Day of the Gods running.
Hello.
Oh god. It's the same guy as my merchant NPC. Oh, that's funny. This temple is a pretty nasty place. You should probably watch your back around here. You never know who might want to kill you. Or never know what might want to kill you. Yeah. Okay. Since this is all unidentified anyway. Oh, there's a shield. Clerics? I don't know if archers can. I know clerics can. Druids... I think druids can too. Just try to think of the classes that can use shields. Even if they can't, like, master it. I don't even know who does. Paladin? Probably. There's a wealthy hat. One of the things we need for the quest, and he's probably going to jump me for it. Or, like, he'll... You know, if I talk to him again, he'll be all pissy about it and be like, give me that hat. And I'll be like, no, it's my hat. And he fights me for it. And he fights me for it, and I kind of punch his face in.
I can't identify
Yeah, I don't know
that.
what any of these things are. Grab the unidentified green dildo thing and let's go.
Hello.
Your hat, please. I see you have a fine hat there. How about a deal? You give me your hat and we let you keep your lives. Screw you. You should have accepted my offer. How about no?
Greetings.
Oh.
Come on, can't you see I'm in distress here?
Ow! Oh crap, she's out.
Ow.
Ow!
Too easy.
There we go. Jeez, that was a little dicier than I thought it was going to be. Yes, he has the longbow, which is one thing we need. I mean, we could use it as well, but it's, you know, we need at least one longbow to get out of this island. Oh! You may have just heard my timer going off, so unfortunately we'll have to leave you dangling for the next episode. We'll clear out that last room, get the last things, get the quest complete, and fight the dragon. I hope you all enjoyed this little slice of retro PC gaming, and I will hope to continue to give you more slices as the days go on. Ciao. I always double save, just to be safe.